Hi everyone. So far we have completed up till this point that now we have all of our movies coming out from our local storage. So we have set our watch list to the local storage and we are getting all the movies from there, right? So now if you refresh this, you will not lose any data. Every data will persist because everything is coming up from local storage, right? So this particular feature is done for our watch list and now we need to implement all of these features, right? We have the search bar, we have the genre filter, we have the popularity rating sorting, we have the delete button. All of these things should be implemented. So for this lecture, we'll target on searching and sorting, right? So we'll first see that how you can make this search field work, and then we'll see how you can make the sorting work, right? So basically we'll be adding ascending descending sorting for ratings and popularity, and we'll see how to perform that, right? But first, the thing that we are going to target right now is basically this search feature. So whenever you write something over here, right, this string, whatever string you write, like suppose if I write Leo, because this is one of the movie of my watch list. So when I write Leo, only Leo will be popped up, right? Or if there is any movie which has a Leo string, that will also pop up, right? So like that, right? So if I just type W, so or if I just type O, right? If I just type O, so exists O exists for all of these movies: Leo, Wonka, The Dark Kingdom, and Oppenheimer. So everything will be popped up, right? Now you understand the drill that how the search field will work, right? So basically, you have to enter your search query over here, and based on that particular query, you will be getting the movies, the result of the movies, right? Great. So this is how this search field will work, and basically, let's move forward and let's start working with it, right? So let me just show you the demo as well. If you are getting, if you just want to see the entire thing that how the search field works. So if I go to my watch list, so I have these three movies. If I go to my search field and if I type the, right, so you see two movies has this particular word, the Killer and the Hunger Games. So both of the movies are showing up. If I move backward, if I just remove everything, so you see Wonka is coming up again, right, like that. So this is how basically the search filtering is working, right? So that's what we have to implement in our app as well. So let's get started. All right, so basically I'll come to my code, and over here you see this is where we left everything, right? This is where we left everything. So right now, to basically make our search filter work, basically make our search bar work, what we can do is we need to work around with this particular part. That is our search field, right? You see, this is my search field. So I need to work around with this. All right, great. So what we can do over here is we can just go and we can create a state for our search field, right? So if I go over here and let me just create a state for my search field, so I'll just say SEARCH search, and I'll just say set search, right? So I need to maintain a state so that I can get the values whatever is coming up in this search query, and I can just compare it with all the movie data that I have, and when it matches, I'll just return them back, right? So that's going to be the drill. Great. So I'll just keep it as an empty string right now, right? We do not need anything because at first everything is empty, right? As soon as we enter something over here, then I'll need to update this particular search variable, right? Like that. So this particular state we have created. Great. Use state has also been imported. So perfectly fine. Search, set search, use state. Great. So now what we need to do to handle this particular variable, now I need another method as well. So for that, I'll create a method and I'll call this handle search. And right now this is a completely empty method. This does nothing right now, right? So I have this handle search which does nothing. Okay, just a random method. Great. So when I look at my app, everything is working fine, and let's now start working with this implementation, that what logic I'll write over here to get that search functionality. So what I will do is I'll just go down wherever I'm mapping all of my movies, and here, as you know, that when we use higher order methods, we can actually chain our higher order methods, right? So basically what I will do that before mapping everything, I'll just add a filter method over here, right? Just a filter. It's showing error. Let me just check once that we have handle search, and let's get over to our watch list component, right? So over here, watch list dot filter. Great. Not filter. Right, so this is one Harada method, and what I will be doing is whenever you search for something in your search bar, I'll first make it go through the filter. right? And I'll filter out those movies and then I'll map all those movies, right? Which you got as your result. Or otherwise, if you haven't entered anything, then there will be no filtering. I mean, filter will say, okay, everything is allowed to pass, and then it will map all the movies, right? So this is a benefit of actually chaining higher order method, right? You can do a lot of stuff with them. Great. So now watch this dot filter. So I'll just first apply this filter method, and how this filter method will work is that this will again take all of my movie objects, right, one by one, because watchlist will provide the movie object. And now this particular filter method, what it will do is it will now start comparing. It will now start comparing your search string with the movie titles, right? It will compare movie titles and the search string. So I'll just write movie object, right? Movie object dot title. I'll get the title out, and for all of these titles I'll just say that if these title includes, or first let's to make everything same, right, what we can do is we can change this to lowercase as well, right? Because sometimes it can happen that you're writing something in capital letters as well, right? So that capital letter and small letter, they'll not compare with each other, so that will create a little mess, right? You will not be able to get the entirely correct result. So that's why I'll keep everything at lowercase so that every string can be compared with each other, right? So that's why I'm just keeping it at lowercase. And after keeping it at lowercase, I'll just say that whatever value will come inside my search string, if it includes this, then return search dot to lowercase, right? This is a method, yes, right? So what I'm trying to do with this particular line is I'm just trying to compare my title with the search string that I have, and if my title includes the search string, return only those movies, right? Return only those movies which actually matches with my search string, right? But now I have to maintain this state as well. I have to basically set this particular set search, right? So how will I do this? So basically I'll go here to my handle search, and first I need to work with my element as well, right? So over here you see my element. So yes, so we have this input element of search. So I'll just make an on change method of this, and I'll say that whenever there is an on change, handle search, call handle search method, right? And similarly for the value, we need to set our search string, right? This particular variable. So whenever there is a handle search, whenever we are writing something, an event will occur, right? So we will get the event target over here, right? And for this event, now what we need to do, we need to just set our search string to e.target.value, right? So whenever I write something, event will occur, event will set my search string to the target value. That means whatever I have written, it will be set over here. So this particular variable will have that. And now I'm comparing it over here. I'm trying to search, and then whenever my title includes that particular search string, those particular movies will be returned, right? Great. So now let's test this functionality if this is working or not. So if I go over to my search movies, and if I write Leo, great. So Leo, Leo is coming up. If I write W, so Wonka is coming up, right? If I write T, the Dark Kingdom is coming up. If I write Oppenheimer, Oppenheimer is coming up, right? If I just write O, right? O, N, Wonka is coming up, right? So whatever you can write, and based on that particular feature, that whatever string is contained in those movies, right, you can filter out all of your movies from your watch list. So this is how you can actually implement the search feature. In the next lecture, we'll see about the sorting.